Happy Friday morning, guys. Anchor Will here, and you are watching the Now Morning Show, where earlier Kimberly and I was telling you about a grand collaboration that could possibly happen, which would technically merge the Caribbean in terms of soca with Marshall, and then Burna Boy in terms of the African continent. This morning, my next guest is kind of already doing that. So I want to say good morning and welcome to Yasha Mani, the country program coordinator for the international music ambassador, and our young talent, Israel rising star Taylor, who are going to tell us how we already on the continent as Trinbagonians. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
I know it's early and I know I'm really excited, but generally,
yes,
when we have the conversation about crossing waters and being international artists, we rarely have such young artists going to such monumental spaces like the African continent to fuse music. So tell me, first of all, how did that happen? What are we talking about?
Well, I believe everybody knows our youth are our future.
Absolutely.
They are the future of our reggae music. And when I went to Africa, I met two NGOs who had the same passion, which is to take the momentum of the youth music, but steer it into a more positive, nobody's saying steer from the consciousness and reality, but towards a more inspirational empowerment movement that still attracts the youth to music.
Gotcha.
And we had a meeting, all had the same agenda. When I came back here, the fire was burning. And I heard about this young youth artist, a young artist, Israel. He performed at Emancipation. So I reached out to him and asked him if he wanted to embark on a journey. Now, we have done 3 phases already. We've screened, we've done 2 competitions. And I wouldn't say competition, music isn't. We're building a movement of young music ambassadors, you know. So came back and the fire just continued. Yes.
Now, if you're talking about that fire burning, it means that you had a very in-depth conversation with him about making sure that he is, as you say, continuing to be an ambassador for the cause. What we're talking about here is literally him going across the African continent. So I have to ask Israel, when that conversation happened, how much of it was directly with you or management or parents, and what was the emotion or the energy like? What did that feel like?
Well, I was shocked and happy when she came to my mother, well, my manager, and told her about this. I was very happy to be a part of it and embark on that journey.
I can imagine.
Well, he's hoping to. He's one of the contenders, but I would say we have high standard, and he's one of the top, being the youngest. I'm quite pleased in what he's put out so far. He's also the son of Zion Star.
Which I was going to ask about, because I mean, that would mean that your music comes from before you were even conceived. It really is something that you're very passionate about, I imagine. So in terms of continuing the conversation about the message and making sure that it's positive, I know that you have had releases that have been penned by other persons, but that you write as well, yes?
Yeah.
So that we are looking forward to new music when we go across there, or we going with a bevy of existing music? What is the plan?
Of course, you can expect new music when you go across there.
The campaign, the campaign includes each artist doing an EP or album, depending on their potential. So we are choosing 3 from Nigeria, 3 from Trinidad and South Africa. We are working alongside Lamar Brown, Riff Raff Keys. He's a Grammy Award-winning producer who would oversee the works of the boys. So output, meaning measurable outcome, an album or EP in which would be the boys, their works. And we intend to shoot 1 video each. You can't go to Africa and not capture the
visuals are going to be incredible. No matter where you go, no matter what you do, because one thing that you will find is that connectivity. We were talking about connecting to the diaspora, and in terms of the mission, it is obvious. We are making sure that there is continuation of legacies and of course of culture
and exchange. And it goes beyond music. When I went there, the girls were thrilled with the fashion. You know, they bombarded me. Where you get this? Where, you know? So, and even them, I were so pleased at their fashion, how high it was as well in South Africa as opposed to Nigeria. But it's fashion, it's culture, it's food, it's an exchange of great vibes, and the youth, they deserve it.
So what do we, the onlookers, need to do to be a part of this? How can we support? How do we continue to participate vicariously?
Tell the people what to do on Sunday, please.
Yes, this Sunday, the 9th of October, you can come out to the Hoya Sporting Complex. That will be our final performance to see.
Before you head out?
Yeah, before we head out.
choose.
Is that performance carrying a cost? Is there any
Yes.
sort of...
So from 8 to 11 a.m. we have a food queue.
Okay.
We have Chinese, being African, Creole, and Israel, East Indian.
Okay. Nice mix.
Yes, and we are also having performances. It begins at 3. That's the final showcase. We have a judging panel, Naya Bingi, Hans Zivins,
Big names.
Daniel Bless. So we want to keep a nice standard and make sure we represent well. But these boys are all winners. They are all winners. After this, we plan to do our school tour after Carnival and, you know, just keep spreading the great word, you know.
Now, I know that you are in school still.
Yes, I
So how does that impact school? In terms of balancing, not just the trip, because I mean, that is one thing, but in terms of the plans for the future, we're going to finish school, we're going to go into music full time. What is the hope at the very least right now?
Well, for now, I just doing school. Hopefully, when I finish school, I hope to do music full time. Hopefully.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
But I should always have something to fall back on. So
that's a nice perspective.
Yeah.
I appreciate that a lot. And in terms of the interaction with your peers, I am sure you inspire them. What are some of the feedback or the at least messages that you share with them?
well, they actually only recently found out that I am a recording artist, and they were-
Really?
yeah,
So you're keeping this on the rack?
He's so quiet.
I don't understand. They're like, I just go and say, you know, South
Yes,
Africa.
a humble youth. I would say
Yeah.
a humble youth.
And what was the response like?
well, they were shocked, and everybody don't know. They was like, right, instead of big artist.
So now we know that it's happening. We know where to find you, so that we're heading over to location again. La Jolla, is it?
La Jolla
La Jolla
Sporting
Sporting
Complex, St.
Complex.
Joseph. Showtime is 4 p.m. We finish at 8 p.m.
And in
Drinks
terms
on
of getting
sale.
those tickets or paying at the door,
Yes.
how do we do that?
You can pay at the door, or you can check Facebook, Africa Tune Youth Reggae, and inbox, and we would make sure you get your tickets prior to.
Now, we made a mention of Facebook and Instagram because everybody's there. How do we find you? Well, you have an Instagram, a Facebook,
Yeah, I have
a
an
YouTube?
Instagram and a Facebook at RisingStar868. RIZINGSTARR, 2 R's at the end,
Ah,
868.
Making sure there's a distinction because we have a lot of, well, no pressure, but a lot riding on it, a lot of expectations, a lot of great hopes and aspirations. Now, when we talk about going to the diaspora and collaboration, we talk about the EP. Is it that there actually are conversations in the works already, or is it that Rising Star here is expected to make those connections himself? How will that be
No.
executed?
We have aligned with music bodies. The first foundation, Music Africa Awakes, a non-profit organization, but they have the right studio links, producer links, and we've all committed to providing that for each other when we get there. So no links need to be made.
It's going out to work
Yes.
and getting it done.
And the promoter, when I got there, I got extra shows when I got there, and I know the same thing is going to happen once these guys hit the stage, you know.
So tell me then, in terms of the next phase,
Yes.
these guys go out there, they put out their EPs, they do their visuals, they get home.
Yes.
What is next for the Youth Ambassadorship program?
Yes. As I said, it's a movement. It can only grow, so nobody goes anywhere. It's about building and building a dream for us all, you know. So constant school, as I said, the school tour is on. Workshops, we did training with them. They got voice training and image consultancy and the things that I think they would need to prepare themselves to being professional artists. Special thanks to Music TT as well,
Right.
who supported, and KSC and Bamba and
The whole
greats.
list, I know
Yes.
you'll have a long list to do so.
And everyone,
It
and
takes
I'm
a
calling
village.
on corporate sponsors still. It's really tough. I sent out endless proposals, and you know, we drink Coca-Cola every day, but how many people get that support daily, you know? So I'm calling, oh my gosh, please, I didn't mean to call any brand names. I drink it every day. Remember that?
That's a good thing. Yeah, she drinks
That's
it.
a great thing.
That's fine.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, what we need is that support. That's
Yes,
what it's about.
that's
you
right.
have taken that passion and that drive to continue to do as much as you can, and it takes a village. We need the support of everyone. So come out and support the rising star as he gets ready to represent Trinbago, the Caribbean, and of course, his father's legacy as he makes sure that he takes the next step in his career path. May it inspire you and hopefully have you doing the same. For more information, of course, you can find them both on Facebook and Instagram. For now, it's all about the Youth Ambassadorship program happening this weekend. Head out to La Jolla and support. And stick around because we have more ways you can support our youth and everyone else throughout Trinidad and Tobago right here on the Now Morning Show. We'll be back after these messages.